Every culture inhabiting the Warhammer world can boast of renowned bodyguards within their ranks. The Hammerers of the Dwarfs, the Reiksguard of the Empire, and the White Lions of Krace have all distinguished themselves across time with heroic last stands, desperately selling their lives to defend their liege lords. Even the treacherous Skaven have what passes for a loyal bodyguard in the form of the Council Guard. Yet none of these young races' guardians can hold a candle to the ferocious warriors protecting the Slann of Lustria. Known as Temple Guard, these Saurus warriors are even more deadly than the other soldiers of that jungle continent. Armed with heavy halberds and covered in sturdy bronze armor, along with their thick scales, Temple Guards are specifically spawned to defend the Slann and the temple cities of the Lizardmen. Each one wears a distinctive skull helm that is passed down from warrior to warrior, supposedly imbuing new Temple Guards with the power and skill of the predecessors. This gives even the deceased members of the regiment the chance to continue protecting their toad-like lords, augmenting the abilities of their replacements to ensure the Slann's safety. In most scenarios, a Temple Guard is dangerous enough without any ancestral support. Any who approaches a Slann with hostile intent is quickly reduced to bloody chunks by sturdy halberd blades and sharp claws. Even skink priests move carefully when addressing Slann, lest a Temple Guard detect a perceived threat in a jerky motion. If a foe somehow manages to dodge the Temple Guard attacks long enough to actually strike at a Slann, a guard will interpose its body between the attack and their mage priest without a second thought. This makes Slann exceptionally hard to kill, as their loyal bodyguards would rather fight to the last warrior than abandon their charge. Eldritch horrors or undead abominations that would unnerve the other elite bodyguards of the Warhammer world hold no terror for the Temple Guard, so long as their Slann master is nearby. As is so common with my Lizardmen videos, you might have noticed I haven't referred to an actual Regiment of Renown this video is supposed to cover yet. As is also very common in my Lizardmen videos, this is because a group of Temple Guard known as the Star Chamber Guardians does not actually exist. Instead, it's a reference to Temple Guards' tendency to follow their Slann masters no matter where they go, including the magically charged Star Chambers. There they stay, standing still for centuries, if needed, as arcane power washes over them and the Slann contemplate the mysteries of the Great Plan. As every regiment of Temple Guard experiences this across their lifetime, one would be dishonest to say that any particular group deserves the title of Star Chamber Guardians more than any other. In Total War Warhammer, the Star Chamber Guardians are the Regiment of Renown Temple Guard unit on the Lizardmen roster. Introduced with the Prophet and the Warlock DLC in Warhammer 2, they cost 1550 gold in multiplayer. This is about 100 gold less than a normal rank 9 Temple Guard unit, making it a decent choice if you are already considering fully chevroning your Temple Guard. In addition, they possess magic attacks, expert charge defense, and the Guardian special ability. It's this last one that's of particular interest. With their slow speed, they're not great at guarding fast lords, but their guardian ability does make them excellent when paired with a slower lord. Individuals such as Gorok and Mazdamundi Unzlak can be pushed to new heights by their presence, gaining increased durability. It's not recommended that you pair the Star Chamber Guardians with lords that like to stay out of melee combat, however. Almost 1500 gold is a steep price tag to pay if you can't even get them into melee quickly. As there's no dedicated Star Chamber Guardians regiment in the lore, there's nothing to compare them to in terms of in-game accuracy. Instead, I'd like to take this time to talk a bit about how Temple Guard overall have been implemented. While they're in a pretty good spot, especially when it comes to acting as sturdy anvil units, I think more can be done to represent their role as the best bodyguards in all of Warhammer. First of all, I don't think the Star Chamber Guardians should be the only Temple Guard unit with the Guardian ability. If you don't want to give them that in multiplayer due to balance reasons, totally get it, but they should at least get it through something in the tech tree and campaign. It is what they respond to do after all. Secondly, I think it would be cool if Slann had a unique skill that, when reduced to half health, all Temple Guard in their army gain Frenzy. It would be a little like Thorgrim's High King ability, but only for Temple Guard. This would represent their ferocious burst to action when their lord is under threat. I should still point out that I am happy with CA's implementation of Temple Guard. These small changes are nitpicks at best, and it would just make them slightly more lore accurate overall. That little bit of whining will bring us to an end of our overview of the Star Chamber Guardians. Sorry there wasn't an actual regiment to cover this time. I searched through all my Lizardmen texts and this was the closest I could find. Anyways, be sure to do all that good YouTube stuff if you like the video. I'm like a fungus that feeds on positive feedback. It also grows the channel, which is pretty nifty for me. As always, comment ideas for videos you'd like to see me do in the future down below. I am Always happy to take requests. In fact, I think this video was a request by someone. I don't remember what video they commented on, but if you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, this has been Sigmar's Chosen, signing off for now.